Hello and welcome to our second to last race in Swiss Round 7. So we got jeddoman versus Scottish Brave, and we have a special setting. We got key drops for both runners, so yeah, will be interesting. So both on 3-3 on my side here in the commentary booth is Rick and Dimitri, and on the trackers Daruk and Superior. So, how are you guys?
All right, well, thank you for the introduction. We are about ready to begin this race. I'm Adirondack Rick, and I faced these two throughout the Swiss rounds. Scottish Brave was back in week number 2. Gentleman was last week. Dimitri, what did we roll for settings?
Oh, hey Rick, how are we doing? We roll a wonderful, just walking, no movement item, key drop. So, if you like your going around in the Crosskeys, like the name says, there are a lot of keys, well, enjoy more keys than usual.
Yeah, all the keys, and not really sure we're going to have fun on their side, especially if the boots turn out to be as deep as it was in the race against Jeddoman last week between myself and them, where the boots were on Sahan, Green Pendant, Turnin. Hopefully we'll get them soon, but we'll see as we get a Hyrule Castle small to start.
Oh yeah, you gotta love seeing good Hyrule Castle. Normally you're not worried about that, but this is key drop, so you need at the very least 2-3 of them if you want to make some progress. Hey, Moonbird! Baby seed. I mean, we all know how it goes. The seed is gonna lure us into a false sense of security after the fake out of, oh, it's gonna be key drop, it's so bad, and then it gives you the goodies, and you're like, oh no, well, maybe it's not so bad, and then things are gonna go south pretty quickly.
Well, let's see how far south they go right. Yeah, let's see how far south it goes right now. Okay. Just a map, so good news there. Wasn't Aga like it was last week.
Yeah, we're gonna save ourselves from well, it's key drop, so we can have stuff in Castle Tower much farther than we are used to go. And Jeddo just finding another Hyrule Castle Small in Eastern. Hey, little seed, are you trying to say to us something?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Hyrule Castle super deep in the logic and make you forget that you found 3 of them already!
Alright.
Ow!
Eastern Skippers in shambles. Yeah, it could be a 90% Aga seed because we had to climb like 90% of the tower. Or just logically for Dark World access because we had the Moon Burst, so if you find a way into the Dark World, I guess these runners are pretty good. I'm sure they know how to get to the east side without flippers, without resources, without logical access. Hey, Oakshot!
Yeah, that's a pretty solid find inside of this Eastern. Yeah, the Hyrule Castle keys are what they are. That's the first real quality item because, I mean, if you find Mini Moldorm Cave out and about, you now can kill all the Moldorms without having to use up all your bombs.
Oh yeah. Usually you're pretty happy to see a 5-item caves, but those Mini Moldorms are just super annoying to deal with, and the hookshot makes it super easy. Alright, Scottish Brave, meanwhile, doing a little bit of drop-down checking, stocking up on resources.
And Swamp Small, which, of course, we got a whole bunch of them in the pool here since we got key drop going on.
Yeah, you think you're safe, but you're not. Not yet. And all of this is out of logic, and Jeddoman is trying to death warp outside because we cannot progress any further.
Yeah, taking the death because we cannot get to the big key chest without the Eastern Small. And I think part of that's also because of the fact that we have not checked this entrance here, the drop down.
Yeah, I'm surprised both players just decided to charge into Eastern. I mean, makes sense. In Key Drop, you're more like... Ooh, so many bombs.
That's it. Yeah, that's a nice stun prize, the 4 bombs.
I would love to get good stun prize. Sometimes.
Yeah, instead it's what, like usually a nickel or a penny?
Yeah, or worst of all, a heart, and you never get a stun item whenever you need that, of course.
Yeah, I mean, getting the heart's a nice stun prize when you are still dealing with low health scenarios. However, yeah, I mean, you definitely look forward to the bombs a whole lot more than you do anything else.
Yeah, I tend to agree to that. We got the well, so good amount of items. Imagine the boots are here, and these runners are both just walking through the entirety of Eastern.
Well, good news, it wasn't, so... No fall, but
yeah.
at least we got a hook shot from doing this early. I know there's some people that would put off doing the Hyrule Castle and its drop down for a little bit, and that hook shot is a good maneuvering item.
Oh yeah. If you ask me what's the best boomerang, the answer is gonna be the hook shot. I know there's a little bit of debate in community about boomerangs, but that item is just so useful.
Well, let's see if we get anything useful here. Oh, the hammer in the back of Escape. Alright, where's GC?
Well, 2/3 of the Darkwood access has been acquired already. Oh, and Jeddo doing the reverse sewer. Gotta try and find the rat. Okay, I think the bombs were the drop because the count on the counter under the bomb pack has increased by 1. Okay, Jeddo probably trying to find the last rat because he thought they didn't get the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a particularly useful information for... I mean, it doesn't have nothing to do with this tournament. It does have nothing to do with this tournament because it's usually for pot shuffle and stuff, but because Hyrule Castle does not have a compass, you get a free item counter usually, so you can kind of easily see if you picked up the item, especially in the dark, if you kill the right enemy.
ScottishBrave also finding out the good news about the stun prize drop, and is also jeddoman about to find out the good news that this wasn't going to be a Aga to kill Ganon seed, but we take those kind of seeds.
Yeah. Jeddo probably staring at that little 4 close to Castle Tower indicator in his tracker, saying, alright, I don't need to go all the way through, luckily, and this actually... Well, if you gotta climb Castle Tower, to be honest, in Key Drop, maybe you kind of want to do something, because at least there's a guarantee that you have to find boots at some point.
Yeah, but then again, point out last week's seed for jeddoman, 2 hours and 30 minutes until we found boots, so just because you need to do it doesn't mean it's going to be
sure, of course,
easily accessible.
I mean, accessibility is an option, right? Alright, both runners tracing each other's steps, the jeddoman checking on the drop downs. We did find... so we found Vanilla Lumberjack, Sank, Thief's Hideout, which is right here. What was it, the Sanctuary? I missed that, even though jeddoman was there like 10 seconds ago.
Hammer was in the Sanctuary.
Now, what was behind the drop down in Sanctuary?
Oh, that's Ganon's.
Oh, Ganon's was there. Okay, with the palette shuffle, kind of threw me off for a little bit. Okay, so we are missing. We saw the well at the castle, so we're missing the fairy, the bat, and Uncle.
Yeah, those are the ones I've got. As Scottish Brave going through Spectacle Rock, going to see where this puts you out. And, alright, well, that's good to know for later.
Absolutely. Maybe I should start tracking entrances. I forgot to load my tracker, so I'm just going by memory.
It's okay. I'm tracking along with you here. Looks like Jeddoman's going to try to do the bomb jump as we got second Swamp Small.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, very efficient there on that bomb jump from Jeddo as we find out, well, we could have gotten there for the other direction.
Oh, you gotta love that. Completely useless, but now, well, you can get this out of the way.
I missed what was on the island just a moment ago. Oh, hey, swingy. Okay, sword.
Okay, this palette shuffle are making some items literally invisible. I did not see anything on the island, to be fair.
We got the first bottle. More compasses. And a map, and Scottish unfortunately dropping down into useless fairies. So remove that out of the pool, magic bat, and
The uncle.
uncle.
And one of them is gonna be behind GT.
Which one would you like in this case?
I would prefer uncle, to be honest. 2 items. Don't need to wait on powder to check that. It gives you that like 1% more incentive to just go up.
Yeah, speaking of 1%, that's what Scottish Brave got back on her investment with the bottle vendor.
That's a steal. Literally. Tier bridge, a useful one.
And it's going to be magic
And-
bat behind GT.
Alright, let's see what our dead uncle has to for us. A big key. Well, you love to see that.
Yeah, it's nice finding it before you find any of the desert connectors.
Well, the real problem in key drop is desert back more than desert front. With a
Correct.
whole 4 keys. Yeah, desert
Oh,
is one of those
goody.
dungeons that get progressively more annoying for each key you find.
Speaking of annoying, we've got ourselves Misery Mire found over at the Lumberjack's home. Or not the Lumberjack's home, the Breadsmith's home.
This, well, somebody's home. We also found the bumper top connector, which we can take with that hook shot. Scottish Brave, however, wants to keep going into Kakariko. There's
And
your
there's our
desert, Rick.
desert.
You called it. You called it.
So we can look at one item. We can see we can get 2 other items in here.
Okay, for once that we don't need bombs because the seed gave us plenty.
Unfortunately, Jeddoman approaching this looks like might be about to find desert without the big key. Scottish Brave finds a small key to Thieves Town.
Need a non-beatable Thieves Town with 1 small key. You need at least 2 for that. We just got TR front at the old lady. And Scottish Brave deciding to go through all the way to the other side of desert. Where are we gonna spit out?
Yeah, with the the sanctuary being just north of the village, I think this makes this a easy decision.
Yeah, I do like having knowledge as early as possible about where places go. And as you mentioned, it's very easy to come back to the village when you have the sanctuary spawn. I mean, the ideal would be sanctuary in the village, but we cannot be that spoiled.
All right.
A little walk
Good.
would be
Good news for Jeddo is that they have decided not to pursue Desert, so they're going to get the big key before they go back in.
yeah, which is good. Scottish, however, has to go back to check the lower part of CAC and also the Brothers entrance, library, and chess game. Because she stopped at the halfway through going south and decided to go deep into desert.
Yeah, there's a different kind of logic, and there's some runners who will chase the connectors ASAP, and there's some runners who will wait until later on to do so. Sometimes it can bite you in both ways, as we find Spiral Cave over at the front of the tavern.
Indeed, Jeddah also found Spiral Cave a little bit earlier and decided to bail. Yeah, a Spiral Cave is one of those very annoying connectors, same as finding Super Bunny from the wrong side. It's super annoying, but sometimes you just have to take it.
Yeah, because you never know when it takes you to a force cell, which is one of the locations that you can't get back into, and it could lead you to an item, such as floating island or bumper ledge. Now, Jeddoman back in the race against me last week. Desert was up on the mountain, and we both wound up going over towards the left side of Desert and got kicked out at the light bonk rocks in front of Link's house. So both of us in that race put off the right entrance. That may be weighing a little bit on Jeddoman's mind here, considering that the mirror in GT was accessible a lot sooner than the two of us made it out to be.
Oh, you remember talking about this cave, Rick? Now we're gonna get some good items out of here.
Yes, and easier to kill off these mini Buldorms.
Speaking of which, we are getting more keys for more dungeons, namely GT, and yeah, the last key to our castle. We got all of them.
Hooray, all four have shown.
All four of them in Sphere 1. That's something. So where's our castle entrance at this point?
I have no idea, but Jeddoman just found DM Descension Cave.
And Paradox, where would... Okay, Scottish Brave moving from Mini Moldorm, finding immediately Paradox Cave. So 7 free items right here.
I believe this was at the library.
Okay, let's see what we're gonna find here. More keys to ice. That should be the second one already. Supplies and some money. Nothing too interesting.
Which is incredible, given the 7 items in Paradox. You'd figure that at least one of them would have been of quality.
Well, that's what you would expect, however... I mean, I would expect him to get more keys, to be honest, but sometimes the game just wants to say no.
Speaking of keys...
Oh, boy, you'd love to see that big key, right?
Yeah, it's about as much as I love seeing a concussion.
I guess you'd bash your head against your console more often when you play this game.
I'm just talking about getting hit with the bonk rock, or all the falling rocks on the mountain.
Also that.
So we found Paradox Bottom takes you out the desert north entrance, and without a glove to lift up the rock, there's not much we can do with that.
No, unfortunately we cannot. And Jeddo is showing us our first purple color pot. It has just $20. And there's another, I would say, special of the mode of key drops. Normally, you just go there, steal the key for Skullwoods, and even if Skullwoods normally to be completed requires all small keys, and you generally steal that, and you're guaranteed to get a small key in Pinball, this time you're not gonna get away with it so easily.
That would have been funny if that turned out to be a Skull Small there. We do get a Swamp Small,
Would be funny. That would have been funny. Well, we have 3 Swamp Smalls. No way to get into Swamp without finding it, finding the dam, getting our flippers. But we are... I mean, the more we rock in before going in, the better.
That sounds like a bunch of obstacles in my way. Gonna get our first check of Eastern over here from Scottish Brave, and we get a mini or Mimic Cave over at the Dark Fortune.
Yes, so Gentleman decided to proceed through to the Dark World, being a little bit more aggressive in exploration, following that desert connector, and it's right here in north of Village of Outcast. Scottish decided to be more through in Sphere 1 checks and entrances at the eastern area, and we just saw Tower Hera. Are we going upstairs, Scottish?
It does look like we are going to get ourselves the 2 items that we can get upstairs to, and this is also... No, it's not. There's 1 item we can get upstairs. Hey, we find Hyrule Castle!
Okay, that's what we wanted to see. Come on, game. Why did you give us so many Hyrule Castles, Loki? All of them, actually.
Nice half magic here in the lobby or in the 4th floor of Tower of Hera. Flippers!
That's 1 more piece for Swamp Palace.
Yeah, 1 down, like 83 more to go. Alright, Mini Moldarm says no to Scottish Brave's hammer. Finally gets connected hit number 1 of 3. There's 2 of 3. Will Moldarm cooperate? There we go.
Okay, the 3rd hit was a little close, but we made it. Never worried. Okay, we got a pot small, a TR small deeper in our castle. What Zelda cell is gonna be?
Well, we don't know what Zelda's cell's going to be, but the ball and chain guard, we can find out what that is.
Alright, because there's also the big key of our castle. Lovely. Almost forgot about that little detail. A bit anticlimactic. We got GT big on the table, many GT smalls, the hammer, the hook shot, so it looks like what we were talking about before, finding GT is potentially closer than we expected.
Speaking of finding a way over to the mountain with a hook shot, Scottish Brave wound up taking Quarreling Brothers, which took her over to the right side of the mountain.
Yeah, this is a very nice find. We got a bunch of entrances. The hookshot gets us on the other side. As chat mentions also, we saw Super Bunny, the bad side. Ooh, your favorite dungeon, Rick.
We did, by the way, find the other side of Bumper Cave, so there's 2 ways to get up here.
Oh, and Bumper Cave is actually pretty nice, because it was just in CAC. and we don't need the cave for that because it's the top side.
If only we rolled some sort of setting that allowed people to get up to the mountain easier.
Nah.
Or get around the world easier. Nah, we're here for the next 2.5 hours.
Oh, for sure. I will be surprised otherwise. Has significantly more keys than usual.
Mirror
but
in Super
helps.
Money!
That really helps. One of the most powerful items in Crosskeys has appeared.
What would you say is the most powerful item?
Well, in Crosskeys, where you have entrances that allows you to go from Dark World to Light World and back, there's a lot of efficiency that you can gain from having the mirror and check all those pesky entrances on ledges and such. And if you don't have the Moonbird, like in this case we have the Moonbird, if you don't have it, you can sequence break a lot of stuff by super bunnying into places.
By the way, Scottish Brave just picked up a Skull Small in Pyramid Fairy up here on this left side of the mountain. That is good, considering what we were discussing earlier about Skull Woods.
Oh yes, we desperately need some Skull Woods. They're not something we can ignore in Key Drop anymore. Every small key that you see is something that you like. The only 2 dungeons that don't change in Key Drop are Pod, which stays with the usual 6 keys, and Tower Hera. All the others get significantly more complicated.
And now with the mirror in hand, Scottish has no issue going into the Dark World to check these 2, as we find Hookshot Cave.
Very nice find. Unfortunately, Hookshot Cave is a little bit disappointing. 4 item. Yes, disappointing.
Don't worry, disappointment builds character.
And we have Darkland Mountain Fairy, Bomb Cave, or Graveyard Ledge Cave.
With a whole lot, not much there, but... so jeddoman finding some information out about this seed. These sounds one of our 5-6.
Okay, that's, well, generally, that's not what you want, because if you find a bomb shop, the dude just gonna tell you what are the 5-6, so... Having information about the other prizes is usually what you prefer, but hey, we know at least one dungeon that we have to beat.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, so we got plenty of good entrances for our castle. The drop down on one side.
Yeah, getting the desert east out of the way, I guess. Great, fantastic. Have we seen Old Man Rescue? I don't think we have, so it's got to be here at Hera now.
It has to be. I saw the Old Man Cave, which was right here on the mountain, so... I don't know how useful it's gonna be as a save and quit point. Well, we don't have the flute, which we could have had if only the mayor was a little bit more generous with us, but...
The Palace of Darkness.
Palace of Darkness. Without keys.
And the Tower of Hera big key is lamp locked.
Yep. So we need... What else we need a lamp for? We haven't seen many dark shenanigans. That was the only thing we saw so far.
There is the dam.
Swamp Palace getting closer and closer.
Don't you threaten me with a good time. We got 2 keys. We got a hammer. We've got
Nice
the hook shot. We know where the flippers are from jeddoman. This is going to be fun when we find swamp.
It is. I mean, it depends how much we can go further into the dungeon, because Jeddo has 3 keys, Scottish only has 2, and one of the Jeddo's keys comes from Harrow Castle, I believe.
There's a castle tower small. The first of what, 4 of them?
Yes. We know that Lumberjack is nothing, so we only need 3, but anything can be up there. Yes, as Zaruvian is mentioning in chat, for Swamp completion, we need 4 small keys with Specky Clip, which we can do because we have the hook shot. 5 if we want to do a full clear.
Connector to the mire area via Fairy Ascension.
And with that mirror, now Scottish can finish checking all the other entrances that she couldn't because of no glove. And potentially come back from the paradox connector to the dark world, because with the mirror you can just go back in and raising the block. This looks like a nice routing.
Single arrow for jeddoman found over here on Dark Death Mountain. Got there via the Elder connector. Bombos to get into the entrance at TR.
Hopefully we'll not have to deal with that. Sickid, what you got for us? Sickid is rich.
Could he fork some of that over to me?
I mean, in a Hyrule economy, that's probably just 3 bottles of milk.
Pendant Skullwoods.
Okay, which pendant? That's the good question. That we will not know because we cannot go... Well, we can go further, but we don't want to. Oh, no, we can't because we don't have any fire. So we could. My bad.
No fire, no sword.
A big key, or what? Talking about Skullwoods.
I did not curse this. I did not curse this. No, I did not curse this.
We did not curse this, Rick. We wish for entertainment value for everybody in chat. It's not a curse. It's a blessing.
Yeah, but the problem is that sometimes chat's entertainment comes at the expense of the runner's happiness.
Okay, let's put it this way. You race 1 time a week for 7 weeks for 7 races in total. But you get to watch much more races than that because there are dozens of players playing. So the amount of curses that you receive by playing is definitely outplayed by the amount of blessing that you receive by watching.
So what you're saying is it's even distribution.
Yeah, it's everybody's win. Well, kind of. Unless you just lose, but that happens sometimes.
I mean, it definitely does happen from time to time. All right, small key, Skullwoods. That's 2 for Scottish Brave.
Oh boy, okay, we're having too much fun here, and it's only half an hour into the seed. We need at least another 2 hours, probably.
I mean, I would prefer to have this much fun with you. I mean, we're here watching a great race between these 2 competitors here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. It is the penultimate race of the Swiss round.
Yeah, we're closing this strong. Alright, Stumpy, give us more keys. Scottish Brave finding her way on top of Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, and she remembers that there was nothing good on the floating island, so she's not going to go and mirror to that.
Yep. And unfortunately, she cannot use the mirror to check the top entrances. She did already. Hey, little time save here. On Gentleman's side, new checks.
Fire rod.
There's our fire. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we saw any connector to the east or south from the light world to the dark world. So go ahead.
Not that I've seen.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'm blind, so probably maybe I would have missed that. But I'm happy that I have another set of eyes in you that can help me remember it if I saw something or nothing. Yeah, what I was saying. So hopefully, Scottish Brave with that mirror, before going to the south part, will go to our castle, grab her flippers, and get the sword on the Heidi Island. That gentleman cannot get because no mirror.
Yeah, she would love to get that swingy. She's gonna give us these two over here on the TR bridge.
Oh yes, we saw the dark entrances from Jeddo's side. Oh, speaking of bomb guy, we got Pod and Thieves down. Oh, beloved Spy Cave.
I really don't know what's so beloved about that.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, it's prickly. It stabs your feet. You need a glove to go to the back of it, which most runner often forgets. Every reference is, random. Not addressing any specific player. Not myself, of course. Gone multiple times through Spiral Cave, Spy Cave, only to realize, hey, I need a glove to lift that rock. Oh no.
Yeah, totally not bringing up the Week 7 race just a couple of nights ago with myself, where Canis Samaria turned out to be. Hype Cave! What do we got? 5 items, let's go.
Is gonna be enough hype?
No,
dropping?
maybe, and definitely not. Alright, so pending Ice Palace Big Key.
And how many we have? We have 1 on Jeddo's side and 2 on Scottish Brave. Yes, because Jeddo didn't visit Paradox, which is the second Ice Small, and it's required because Heist requires at least 2 small keys if you want to do a full clear. I mean, you're happy to see the big key of Ice showing up sooner than later, but definitely not what you want right now.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Has either runner checked Potion Shop?
I believe not. Scottish was up there doing the Julian after the beginner north route of Lightward, but she didn't yet. And with the mirror, I suspect that we may be seeing a full loop of the Dark World and potentially checking together with Dark Potion Shop that we saw on Jeddo's side.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get the mirror of this. So Scottish Brave has been checking quite a few mirror locations. I like this play, actually.
We do. We will not have to look for them later. Didn't get much out of it, but at least you're knocking off some entrances and some connectors. Because, I mean, when you know that an entrance is useless and you have a much better connection to the Dark World, you're just gonna get rid of them.
So I think we're getting to a point where both of our runners are doing things that we've already seen. Actually, no, we're gonna do the Man Under the Bridge coming up here in just a few for jeddoman.
Yeah, Jeddo that didn't do the eastern area, and not even the mountain. It doesn't have the mirror or all those entrances on the east side of it. So now probably we're gonna see new checks from Jeddo, probably wrapping around and going to eastern area after Zora, and Scottish Brave following in his footstep in the Dark World. And here's another one of those annoying mirror location. I know there are runners right now deeply want to have a glove and say, please give us a glove game. Yeah, anything on Graveyard Ledge is significantly more annoying. A dungeon, an item cave, spy cave.
Small key on the Zora ledge. All right.
I mean, I'm expecting the swamp small at this point. The fake bush. For some reason, you cannot hookshot the second bush in the Zora area.
Yeah, it took me a while to remember that aspect. Quite a bit. All right, fetch quest. We have not seen Potion Shop yet, but there that is. Not.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you.
So let's go ahead and find out what this key here is. It's another Castle Tower key. All right, so what I do want to mention here is on this penultimate race of the Swiss stage, the play-in race has been scheduled. It will be 2 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central European time, coming up here this Sunday, August 30th. There's 16 participants, 4 asyncs currently running at this point. That data is still being changed. The details starting to get formulated around on the Crosskeys server, but the big Thunderdome is this Sunday, 2 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central European time. Be there, be there, be there.
How many spots are we talking about for the qualifier, the main bracket? Because there are 18 players in total, but we only have so many spots, right?
Grand total of 24 get put into there.
Ooh. And Jeddo going up the traditional way. But he's gonna be able to now. Scottish with that mirror is doing a lot of very efficient plays. So maybe this item right here that Scottish had to leave behind after killing Moldorm is gonna give Jeddo a little bit of an edge. Maybe. And not having a sword, we are not gonna risk it. Bomb jump without a sword is awful. And no, unfortunately just bombs. But we get to see more of Skullwoods. Using that small key that Scottish Brave find in her own trip. We got a small key to pod. The small key to this dungeon in Pinball. Okay, game. Gentleman quickly taking out Moldorm, and his first crystal for Gentleman. And apparently, according to Scottish Tracker, Skullwoods is gonna be a regular pendant, not the green one. Yeah, it's not gonna miss it. Scottish is not gonna miss it. The Hyrule Castle is right here in Boo. Has all 4 small keys. As now we're seeing both running wrapping around each other. So Jeddo doing all the mountain stuff, probably getting his mirror soon. Hopefully we'll decide to go through Super Bunny and not leave that behind. I mean, yeah, for now, yes.
You're gonna do this after you're done with everything else that's on this mountain, I think.
No, that is cool. You wrap around the top, you drop down, and then at the end you go into Super Bunny. But the most important thing is that he goes in there without leaving.
Yeah, I think you can feel a little bit of an internal discussion going on with jeddoman. Do I go over the other side? Now, jeddoman's going to come to the other side of the mountain. This is fine because, as we saw, Super Bunny comes out at Spectacle Rock.
Yes. Scottish getting more and more money from Thieves Town. Hyrule Castle located. Probably checking this entrance right here on the left before committing.
Yeah, probably checking everything that's right in the immediate area, because this, of course, is another set of connectors, and also, no, we're not. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so it's not like the word flippers. Flippers were on the guard.
Flippers to sword. Flippers to sword is the biggest part of this. Is what has this mirror led to? And it really hasn't led to an awful lot. So I think she really would love to be able to get something good at one of these entrances.
Yeah, true. But here's the thing. So the mirror locks many places, or it may be just one of the items for a chain of stuff that's going to lead you to something. But the game logically has to give you a set amount of keys to go specific places. And when you get all 4 small keys for a single dungeon right in Sphere 1, that will raise an alarm.
Oh yeah, it would do the same thing to me. I'm just trying to figure out myself what might be going through Scottish Brave's mind at this juncture.
Yeah, I think it would not have been a bad. Maybe just dipping Hyrule Castle. Maybe not checking the other entrances is fine. You just dip, go as deep as you can, and you get out. So that you don't risk getting spit out from a connector like a Bonk Rock, King's Tomb, or any rock that you cannot lift because no glove yet. But apparently we're getting the methodical approach. Ooh, this is not bad.
This is not in logic. But who cares? It's 4 items.
I definitely believe that in Key Drop you had to abandon all your hope of tracking any sort of logic.
Swingy, right there.
Never mind. See, we didn't need the flipper. Scottish knows. Laser taking a little bit too personal.
It's okay. Scottish can handle it. She can handle it twice.
The pain of the lasers. Oh no.
Okay. She can handle it 3 times. And
Castle Tower.
another Castle Tower small key is added to the list.
Which is different from the one that Jeddoman has, which was in Hyrule Castle, actually, I believe.
And I also noticed that Jeddoman picked up the fireball shield. I'm wondering if Jeddo might be playing to the mindset of who they're facing here.
Nah. That's just your mind playing tricks on you.
Okay, if that's what we want to go with, sure. You're damn right I'm forcing it, Zeruvian.
Well, unfortunately, one of the shields was on top of Spec Rock, so
here's the
totally
second
visible.
opportunity for Brave to go into Hyrule Castle, by the way.
Are we going in? Not yet. I have a feeling she started to get suspicious about this Hyrule Castle, but apparently it's not the time. Maybe on the return trip.
Scottish needs to be a little careful on Green Tunic with those enemies. Gets into Agina.
We didn't get a much of health, to be honest. And we didn't find either a bunch of dungeons.
Yeah, that's
we're
right.
still missing,
At 51 minutes, we were still on 5 hearts.
Yeah. I mean, all that health probably is going to be deep inside some dungeons. We saw Pod from Scottish Brave, but with no keys. We still missing Swamp and Ice, I believe. We saw every other dungeon.
No need to worry. No need to worry, Dimitri. Jeddoman's about to get to Pod with, please get to Pod. Please,
yes.
Thank you. With 2 keys.
I support that statement. Please get to Pod. That tactic was a little bit too close for comfort. Now the big question, is Jeddoman gonna mimic Lip to the other side, or just gonna play by the book? Oh, he has a potion and he's just gonna unlock the camera?
Fire Rod picked up for Scottish Brave. Little does Scottish Brave know that if she ventured her way into Hyrule Castle, she would be able to pick up that sword that's right around the corner from her, but unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be saying no to that for now.
And we were going to continue our way to Pod.
Yeah,
well, not the real Pod, but...
We found one of our big keys over here.
It was the Desert Big. Not the Desert, sorry, the Ice Big from Hype.
Mm-hmm. That's where Scottish Brave is right now as we did the potion unlock. Let's see if this yields anything good. We might find a bow back here. Who knows? Or we might accidentally mirror!
Or we may find nothing for a little while. Oh, and that's tragic because he used the potion and now he has to do that again. This is definitely one of those things that you say, oh no, please. That just happened to me, oh no.
I don't think there will be a massive issue in the end. It's just more of the and you feel bad about doing that because you know you just lost time as a result of this.
Yeah, it's more like that. And chat confirming that Jeddo is a pretty good mimic clipper. Are you good
And
at mimic clipping, Rick?
yes, I am. And according to the tracker, they still got a green goo in a bottle, so they can do one more attempt at this.
Sure, but I personally would love to not use all my potions. I mean, we got half magic, so maybe I would have consumed my magic potion instead of the red goo, considering our health situation.
As we're gonna go see
Nice
what
bomb
is
job.
out of logic here, locked behind 6 keys of this pod. Use the bomb to find out where you are on the floor. And Scottish Brave, and you can't see it on the restream, but we see the camera on Scottish Brave's face. She winds up having a dirty look, picking up. There's a glove. She gets a dirty look, picking up that shield.
And that glove is something, because it's 6 small key of pod locked, so... Jeddo will get the swingy when he goes back to that area. Probably sooner than later, as he does not have the other swingy from Third Rock Bridge. Okay, I think that Scottish just found the back of the old man. Yes.
All right, no bow behind a bow. That's fine.
Pod not playing dirty today. Just a map.
All right, so Brave's kind of in this what am I needing mode at this point. Yeah, there's a little bit of indecision going on with Scottish Brave. You can see it based on her movement, and right there, that save and quit.
Yeah, there should be not much more left at this point. With those flippers, we can go to Dark Shopping Mall.
Yeah,
which we have not seen.
Has anyone checked Ice Rod Cave area?
No, I don't think so. Oh, nor the top of the castle, sure.
Yeah. So I have not had the chance to mark off any of those spots.
Oh, and our tracker Daruk saying we also have Misery Mire, which we can do pretty good deal of it. We have 2 small keys, we have a fire rod.
Here we are going back through desert once again for Scottish Brave.
You gotta do what you gotta do. We have not found any better connector so far.
Yeah, but I also know Jaxie too. They're on the commentary for that race against Dyke here from Sunday. So I think Scottish Brave might be going. I probably should go through Hyrule Castle at this point in time. She'll feel kind of about not doing it sooner. Speaking of not doing things sooner, Jeddoman finally checking Paradox Cave,
which was right there all that time. So probably he also feels very mad at missing that, because it's 7 free items right off the bat in the south of Kak.
All right, countdown to being irritable on Scottish Brave's side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and but you can tell that she's not impressed at this point. And for understandable reasons, honestly, because you were just where you could have picked up the Master Sword. And that does, of course, as you mentioned before, we got the Hyrule Castle checks.
Yeah, still no big key though, so we're gonna have to stop at Zelda.
For the rest of this seed. And those two are going to be very upset with me for cursing this seed about, let's see, it's an hour and 15 minutes ago that I wound up cursing this seed.
Don't worry, Rick. Zelda Speedrun chat endorse more cursed seeds.
Yeah, but we're the ones who have to deal with them after the post-race interview.
Oh, you gotta love the runners complaining about, oh no, if only I did that without realizing that their opponent probably is feeling as bad as the other is feeling right now.
Oh, yeah, for certain. For certain. We may be lining up for a Skullwoods clear. As we are now reaching the 1 hour mark of this race, I do want to remind you that here on Zelda Speedruns, to follow both of these runners, Jeddoman on your left, Scottish Brave on your right. We got the flying platypus Dimitri over here alongside me on the commentary booth. We got Ruck and Siberian doing the tracking for us, and Rob G is getting this on the air for us this afternoon on Zelda Speedruns. And Ruck also reminding me that we still need one more key to get to Mothula. That's correct. And a lack of sword.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Scottish Brave is the one with the swingy. Yeah, she's going to get this big key in just a moment.
Well, we had an unfortunate death, and we got another unfortunate death cause.
Yeah, she's dealing with the Dark World rats here. So when we have 6 hearts, not the easiest setup.
Okay, so maybe Scottish now will retry. So if I place myself into runner shoes, probably she didn't want to get the exit from Aro Castle East because, oh, maybe I can get locked out. I'm gonna get the item. But now that this is a Liveward entrance, she will go back and the rats are gonna be harmless.
Yeah, much more. Although, maybe not. She's just writing off that big key for now.
All right. And where are we? Oh, we're going to the other side of the Dark World from the north? Interesting.
Yeah, I think Scottish Brave has designs of getting to the northeast. Now, she can't get to Magic Bat, or not, sorry, Magic Bat, Catfish at this point. But she can get herself over towards where that sword is.
Oh, yes. And she'll also take the Whirlpool and do the Dark Shopping Mall for some new entrances. Which maybe is the same thing that Jeddoman is about to do right now? Nice trick with the bomb.
It is crazy that we have Spear 1 locations here at the hour 3 mark.
Yeah, but there's not so much you can do about it. Whenever you pick a direction and you suddenly get sucked into a chain of connector, that can be as important as, being through at the beginning.
There's our potion shop.
There. And we haven't actually Scotty Brave didn't deliver the mushroom yet. Oh, she doesn't have the mushroom actually, so
Yeah, only Jeddoman does.
all right, what do we got here? Nothing on the left. Nothing on the right. All right, Lightward, Ice Rock Cave. Ooh, okay, 2 items. What is it gonna
Myers
be?
Shed has nothing.
Literally nothing.
Here comes the Master Sword for jeddoman.
Oh,
Egg
there's Castle Tower.
Tower!
Now, finally, everybody with a swingy. We got nothing here. Both runners with a very awkward amount of Castle Tower keys. You either want 1 or 3. 2 is a miserable number.
Also, a heart and a half is a miserable number. Small key to Skullwoods there, and Scottish Brave has had enough. Gentleman's going to be able to check. Please don't die. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
We're going to be able to check the rock entrances here.
I think that the purple ones only deal 1 heart compared to the bombers. So it should have been okay, but you never know. And the rock does not look impressive.
Great decision there by Jeddoman going after the crab as opposed to just lifting up that rock, because that crab could have very well turned north and killed Jeddoman instantly.
Yep, crabs are scary and dangerous.
All right, so Scottish Brave now has a Master Sword, and I believe we're going to be heading to Hyrule Castle momentarily, but first we're going to go visit the man under the bridge here.
I think it was ice small.
Okay, it was a small key of some sort. Yeah, you have a better memory than I do.
But anyway, yes, we have the castle entrances. Scottish will be able to clean the pyramid because she does have the Master Sword, one of which is not in logic.
Frantically trying to kill everything to make sure that they don't die.
I mean, I think that the small bat deals more damage than the blue guards, but you may correct me if I'm wrong. And Jeddo deciding to keep going forward. Oh boy.
I think as long as we can get to this next torch, we should be fine. Get a K45 small key. Eastern Palace. That's one of our 2.
Yes. It doesn't give you us anything now. We need both of them for logic. But let's see. Oh, the back of Hookshot Cave. Funny game.
Myers small,
Okay,
and that's all we can do for Jeddoman.
I guess that's a clear. Oh, wait! Look on the right side of the screen, Rick. Look what we found.
I see it. We have found a dungeon that we can swim in.
We can swim. We have 3 small keys.
And a whole bunch of items we can grab.
Small key to desert. Another one. Oh, not another one. This is our first one, actually.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yet.
That's our first one. And a Thieves Town small. So that's 2 for Scottish Brave. Oh, chess game is located at the Lift Rock in DDM, but nothing there.
Yeah, Jeddo deciding to kind of clean himself some of these glove entrances. Makes sense.
All right.
Nice shovel.
Fun. We get a shovel. Yay.
Yeah, with 3 keys for swamp, this is as much as we can go logically.
The
And there's a bow! Which does nothing for us right now. Pod, if I remember, Pod, there was nothing. It was a map and like 20 bucks, harpies. So this is gonna be our last check in swamp. Oh, Jeddo's gonna roll right here.
So about to join Scottish Brave here in this Swamp Palace.
Let's go. It's Monkey to Eastern for jeddoman. Scottish using that swamp small in order to sequence break the back. We need 5 keys to be here.
By the way, Swamp Palace is a pendant.
It is? Oh, you're right, it is. I wonder which one.
This is a small key to this dungeon in the Diver Down room.
That's lovely. So there are 2 more swamp small up there because one was right here. Map of Misery Mire. The game is trying to tell the racers, hey guys, do you remember about me? It's Misery Mire.
Why would you want to go to the most miserable place on Earth?
Hey, it's literally in the name. What are you gonna do that?
Be in misery.
Okay.
I got no good answer.
Alright, we are gonna do... Oh, we have Master Sword, never mind. That's gonna be pretty okay.
What, you thought it was going to be Fire Sword?
Yeah, I thought... I mean, First Sword and Master Sword are pretty much the same if you do the double spin. Scottish Brave going for the single puff pulling.
You could very well just go and do the triple pull in order to maximize your output, but that takes pretty precise timing.
Yeah, I mess this up a lot when I try to do the triple, so I stick to the double usually.
I learned from the Chew.
Well, you got a good teacher then.
I mean, that's the reason why we're joining in Beer League.
Everybody should join the beer league. We have fun.
I agreed. All right, so it's not the green pendant, so it's no item behind this except for what's on the pedestal if we get the green pendant.
All of this, of course, still out of logic, but who cares? And Jeddo doing exactly the same thing as Scottish. Taking that key and bringing that to the back. More items, more density.
Yeah, let's see how jeddoman decides to play this out with this small key. I'm going to bet that Jeddo finishes this off as well.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. We have the chest right here, and there's the key pot right before Argus. And once you reach that point, what do? You're gonna orphan 1 item in the back of Swamp forever? You're just gonna complete that and never think about it.
Yeah, so for those of you who are just tuning in, this is just key drop was the only thing that got rolled. The pseudo boots and the starting flute did not activate. Those were the only possible on their random settings that could have gotten activated, but neither of them did. Otherwise, basic cross keys.
Yeah, it's cross keys, but we are putting emphasis on the keys part.
And we're putting the emphasis on menu boss part here.
Alright, I respect that. Good menu boss fight. Look how satisfying it is to stomp on those buffs.
You remember, I mean, you're too newish in the community to remember this, but I remember before Quick Swap turned on, that you had to do this menu boss anytime you had the fighter sword, and back then you had the menu time as part of your credits, and menu time was just so high because you had to do the boss this way.
Okay, yeah, when I started playing last year, I definitely was introduced to Quick Swap right away. But I did play a few of the 10 years anniversary, A Link to the
back
Past. Was
back
in
when
June.
it wasn't a thing.
Was it was so non-progressing items, finding straight up butter sword right there. The mitts not even going through the glove, just getting mitts off the bat, and menuing every time to change item. Oh boy, that was miserable.
Being miserable, there's a Misery Mire key. We probably should go to Misery Mire at some point in time, considering the fact that we've had the hook shot in forever.
I think we should at this point. That's technically a sphere 2. That's the usual sphere 1. We have no other way, but Scottish doesn't like Misery Mire.
I think she wants to check the Zora and this entrance here.
Okay. All right, we're reaching a point where we don't have any other progression. I mean, if we want really to do something, we could go back and beat Skullwoods, but do we want to? I don't think so.
I've got 2 entrances unmarked right now. The Death Mountain Ascension and the other side of that, which is the bumper front entrance.
Okay, so the 2. I think we also have the actual back of Skullwoods entrance.
Right, yes.
You're right. Came back after getting the fire, because the fire was all the way in Lake Hylia Dark Shop, not Potion Shop, just Dark Shop.
Yeah, you're right. We have not checked. We have not checked the back of Skullwoods.
We also have Skullwoods' big chest that I also believe we didn't see when both of the runners, because they got the big key later. So actually going back to Skullwoods right now would not be a terrible idea, because we can just sweep, do the back entrance, and forget just in case. Okay, Skullwoods' big chest was done by Scott. Oh, you're right. I remember she was trying to do the bomb jump swordless. You're right. Oh boy, look at that. Spike Cave by jeddoman. I don't think we're... Oh my god.
Barely got it.
How did he do that? I would have died
Okay,
like
Green Pendant Mire.
times.
Green Pendant Mire. We know all of our dungeons.
Green Pendant after Pendant. After Pendant Skullwoods. After Pendant Swamp. Now we have Pendant Mire.
Yeah, we know this is our Green Pendant by the process of elimination, and also as a result, that means we know all of our dungeons. So, wait a moment. Did we know that it was a green pendant? Well, I don't know.
Oh, the third small key to Thieves Town right now.
Okay, so yeah, we don't know which one is the green pendant. So this could be green pendant, it could be Skullwoods' this green pendant. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. But we do know what is our pendants and what is our crystals here. I guess that's
I
what
mean,
the main point of this is.
we know that Swamp is the blue pendant because both are collected that, and Scottish Brave maybe did a map check. No, she didn't do a map check. So okay, the
Yeah,
tracker
so
does not specify which one.
yeah, so we don't know which one is green pendant. We don't know which one is red pendant yet.
All right, fair enough.
That's just me jumping the gun.
No, it's fine. Maybe it was just me not noticing something. I remember Scottish marking that as a pendant a long time ago, and I thought she did a map check or of some sort.
She may have walked in and saw the P.
All right, nothing here on the right side of Misery Mire.
The exciting side of Misery Mire. We did, of course, get the Thieves Small on the enemy, but that was it. All right, we're going to get that check that I was telling you about here, these 2 glove lock locations.
Deeply out of logic glove lock location. Another small key to Ganon's Tower and TR Big Chest entrance. Jeddo is confused.
Well, it's more the fact that do I go in there right this moment? Because we haven't seen TR left, so this gets us some new checks.
Jeddo still has Fire Sword, so definitely has not seen the bridge. Still nothing in Misery Mire. Oh, the book!
Book! This is interesting, considering the fact that we have those 2 swords.
One of which is not in logic yet because we need an invincibility item.
That's true.
Or Mirror Shield, unless Mirror Shield is in logic somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, knowing Scottish Brave, we're going to say no to shields, so we may very well have had Mirror Shield available, and we just have not. Or maybe we have. I don't know.
No, we saw only 2 shields so far. We saw the one on top of Spec Rock, and one that they both have that was in a chest. I think it was in T's Town.
Oh, that was close right there for jeddoman. That was... Oh!
And that was even closer. Oh, no.
That was right turn up and die. That's unfortunate for jeddoman.
No, Jeddo, don't leave. Where are you going?
Screw this noise. I'm going somewhere else.
Well, at least maybe checking the entrance to the west side could have been a good bit of info, but okay, we have a lot of other entrances that we can do with that mirror, so I can't imagine that. Okay, we didn't find anything in Mire except for that book that I assume that at this point has to be our progression.
So remind me, where did we find the glove?
In Dark Maze of Pod, top.
Okay, so we are way out of logic for that still.
Yep, our glove is super out of logic. The sword is out of logic because we don't have an invincibility item yet. Chain Chomp is technically out of logic because we don't have access to that entrance. What's in logic is what Scottish Brave is doing right now.
Yeah, what is here? It is
Oh,
GT!
Okay, this probably is the way we are supposed to go.
All right, we got 5 keys to this GT.
More
Make it
keys.
6.
Oh, wait a second. Rick.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
We got 3 keys to Swamp, which gives us access to Swamp Lobby, which was a bow. We got a logical Fire Rod, a logical GT Big, and plenty of small keys.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, don't think about it, then.
Okay, in that case, I'll just look up. Oh, why are the runners going upstairs? Oh, that's why. Because you're making the mention about us climbers.
Yeah, at this point, another small key to Desert. All right, game.
And a big key to CR.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I would say that we kind of, we kind of last located GT. Second
Silvers.
boat, sure. So maybe you don't feel too bad about climbing at this stage. You literally have nothing else to do.
Checking things as if they may have thought they've missed something. Oh, they have not even checked this. Okay, that might be part of it.
Jeddo probably feeling awful about this, feeling better in a couple seconds when he realizes that there is nothing really important. But yeah, you find a Sphere 1 entrance with Mini Moldron Cave, you enter and you say, oh no, please, don't let my opponent have found boots right here 5 minutes in.
For sure. You do not feel good when you find a Sphere 1 that has a very essential item in it.
Alright, GT. All big keys are right here.
Oh my goodness. A big key to Swamp.
We are never gonna go back to it. Unless we have. In which case, the seed sucks.
I mean, it has been rolled by Hyrule Town Hall. There's been some people asking for a change of mayor, but I think that only just means that we're going to see even more fun seeds coming up here in the bracket phase of this tournament, both the upper bracket for the champions bracket and the best of the rest.
Yep, GDB.
But you know,
nice silvers.
It doesn't matter what these who rolls the seed. You're gonna get this kind of seed whether or not it was rolled by Saha bot, Cody's bot, Mouse's bot, Hyrule Town Hall. Don't matter what it is. It's all going to be fun for the viewers.
I mean, we got a bunch of old men bots in the Link to the Past community, so isn't kind of the standard rule that all old men know each other?
All right. There you go. Another small key. That's 7.
All right. Chat, this is your moment.
All right. Scottish Brave is walking.
Okay, well,
TR. Hooray!
Logical required, but we are never gonna pick that up. And up we go. And if something is up here, this is kind of annoying for Jeddo because he doesn't have that GT Big, which was from the Paradox connector.
What do you think we're finding up here?
Let me think about it. So Jeddo smuggled a glove, which didn't lead to anything. So what we want is probably, well, Kano Samaria would unlock more of TR and GT itself, so it would be nice to have. But
honestly, I think Allison might be on the nose here. We're probably going to start finding our pod smalls to put that glove in logic. We still need to find a lamp, of course, at some point, but I think we're going to start finding some of these pod smalls to get ourselves towards that 6.
Well, maybe we'll find, you know what? Maybe we will find the Thieves Big, which one we need, and we have all 3 small keys to Thieves Town, which makes a full clear of that dungeon and 6 more items. And there is Jeddoman in GT without the big key, unfortunately.
Yeah, this could swing the momentum of this race in regards to if Scottish Braves finds something important up here, whether it be the 5 items or 5 items on the climb.
We have Magic Bat, but we don't have powder, nor cane to fake powder. So
Right.
we're gonna open the hole, but we're not gonna know what's in there until later, probably. And the thing is, so with all that is left, I don't think that it's gonna take much to Jeddo to find the GT Big. It's just gonna be annoying to just walk all the way back.
Yeah.
Because it's just that.
And here's another piece of the puzzle. If we find that swamp small that we're lacking, what's stopping Scottish Brave from going back into Swamp Palace when she gets onto the top of the pyramid?
Oh, we did find the 5th Swamp Small?
No, what if she finds it here on this climb?
Oh,
because then you have the ability to get to left side swamp, and also you got the big key here, so...
we're still missing 1 key for logical, because you need all of them for left side
right.
swamp.
But this is the closest you're gonna... But yeah, this is the closest you're gonna get to swamp.
True enough. Not gonna deny that. It's definitely gonna be an incentive to go and clean the rest.
And true, being pointed out that Swamp Big is not in logic.
Well, true. Render Room is not in logic unless you have all GT Smalls. Honestly, I don't remember where all the GT Smalls were, but start assuming that maybe you missed one somewhere, and you are technically logic. This is as close as you're gonna get. Okay,
Alright, so we got pod 4, yep.
Which is nothing. We saw Jeddo doing the pod 4 checks. And this is also nothing. So it's just Bombos Tablet or Ether Tablet. The book in Mire is our hard progression.
This game is silly.
Maybe you want to say fun.
Answering the comment from chat, when do you do ice? When you find ice. We haven't found ice. It's the only dungeon we haven't found yet.
But we have killed the wizard.
Question in chat, when do you find ice? Probably at this point when you find the boots. And when do you find the boots? Beats me, I don't know. I haven't had luck finding boots lately.
The mayor didn't provide the, the low cost option for that. Alright, GT Climb is over. Nothing relevant. Is this gonna be Ether Tablet?
Yeah, this has got to be a trip up to the Ether Tablet for Brave.
Which is not even that deep in logic, because the the hookshot put Meyer in logic very early, and the book was just right there under one of the pod in the
Well,
spike
actually,
room.
here's a piece of the question. How are we going to get the 2 swords? I mean, at this point in time,
One sword, not. One sword, not.
yeah. At this point, I think we just throw something up the wall and hope it sticks. Boots! Oh!
That, I would say that sticks more than you were expecting. Still out of logic, because maybe there is... I mean, the point is this. We are missing exactly one freaking piece for everything. GT, we're missing one small key. We're missing one invincibility item. Or one shield, because Laser Bridge is in logic with the mirror shield. So at this point you kind of just assume that, alright, I skipped something that I don't really care about. The face of disbelief on Scottish Brave face, and she probably doesn't know that she's the first to boots.
And very likely going to be a little bit of a while before Jeddoman gets to that point, but Jeddoman is starting to run out of options.
I mean, unless Jeddo decides to go Bombos tablet before Ether tablet, or maybe he finds the Paradox connector that give him the GT Big and decides to climb, then yeah, maybe it's not gonna be too much time before he figures that out. This is probably gonna be also the glove for Scottish.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
With 4 pods balls, I don't believe. Oh, you know what else is in logic that we haven't done? That maybe can solve our problems? That red and shiny mushroom.
Nah, that can't be anything.
Are you sure? Did you check that mushroom was not poison?
So here's the question. How are we supposed to get the potion shop?
I don't know, but I just noticed that there's a blue cane that our runners have that I completely missed.
Oh, well, in that case, 2 swords are in logic, but that glove isn't. So the glove that is over in this pod maze that Scottish Brave is going to get to in just a moment. The issue is that the potion shop is under the left rock on your way to desert.
Okay, so Birna was Bob Chest. Thank you, the Rook. So pod maze is not in logic. We need 2 more pod smalls for that. So yeah, we're missing one piece for everything. Like we're missing one piece for GT logic, one shield. We just saw the cape in Harmless Hellway, so definitely it's not gonna be that.
And also we're missing a lamp for this logic too.
Also that. Oh, by the way, you said
minor
where
detail.
Was the potion shop? Where was the potion shop?
It was a lift rock outside of desert.
Oh, it was a lift rock. Okay, so that's a good question.
All right, there is the glove for Brave.
We have also all 5 small keys. We have Fire Rod with 1 sword. Fire Rod.
Oh no!
Maybe
are you talking a Mahula trip?
Or the Gibdo before Mahula, because I think we got good amount of small keys for Skullwoods, so not necessarily Mahula, but maybe just the Gibdo outside Moth Arena. This is key drop. Those guys got something. Yeah, I don't remember where every single keys for Skullwoods was, so maybe if even one of those small keys is not in logic, Maybe Moth itself is not in logic, but the Gibdo, maybe it is with 4.
Guys, Brave is going to immediately get to this TR right.
Wait, this is oh, okay, he's gonna, yes. And we have TR big.
Yeah, so let's find out. What do we got inside of here? Nothing. Thank you. No, we do not know what the Link Bonk Rocks are.
But we will maybe know at some point the Chain Chomp.
Yeah, we're going to very likely get that answer in about 1 minute from Scottish Brave.
Yeah, we can kind of see. So these both runners were kind of even until Boots, and now of course Scottish is gaining more and more terrain as the longer the Jeddo is not finding those Boots. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good point by Rock 2, one of our trackers, and the fact that we can check the Pokey right after the Chain Chomps.
Yeah, that's true.
So 2 item checks coming up here for Brave.
Yeah, it depends on how many keys and which entrances of TR are available. But we have many of them, so I cannot.
Yeah, this is the 3rd entrance we have, but the first one where you could actually get to that Pokey. Please don't die to the Chain Chomps. Thank you.
It's so.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are we going back to the pyramid now?
We're gonna check this entrance first, and then she's gonna make her way to check the 2 boot-locked entrances.
I'm really curious to know, because at this point the one logical answer, it's either gonna be a GT small on the back of Skullwoods, or the other glove, or I don't know, whatever it is. Oh well, that's
Here's
TR
the other
West.
side of TR. There we go.
Jeddo is back for vengeance with this Chain Chomps.
So the magic powder is in logic.
Yes, that's 0 keys because it's just right there. Well, you need a glove.
Sahaswala. Okay, so we did find out the mystery. Meyer is our green pendant. There's our other shield.
Which is boots locked.
That is
Wonderful.
correct.
So, Berna is our way to the 2nd sword so far.
That's correct, because
the most
cape,
likely.
Because the cape was 6 key locked in pod.
Yeah, and Berna was 8 key locked in GT, but we're missing more pod than GT smalls at this point, so I'm more willing to believe that Berna is the logical answer.
Is there really a logical answer for this seed at this point?
Now, it's just so fun to start here speculating just to be slapped in the face by the seed saying, oh, you thought you knew about logic? Here's the answer. But we're gonna see catfish.
And we're also going to beat Desert or we're going to get deeper into Desert for jeddoman, not beat Desert. Oh, hi there, other sword.
That's another thing that we can have. Yeah, we have a shield on top of Spec Rock. The problem is that the shield in the back of Saha is not logical. Because we
Yeah, that
needed
one.
the second sword.
Oh, there's a key in the back of desert.
Which key was? I didn't notice. I was watching.
No, it was vanilla key because it did the ring noise as opposed to the pop-up text.
A vanilla key. Okay, now Jeddo can beat this. And this is why I'm not a fan of key drop. Desert is absolutely a nightmare in this mode. You had to go all the way to the back just for something like that to happen. That is insanity.
And there's the big key to Eastern for Scottish Brave inside the Dark Bonk Rocks.
Which makes a beatable Eastern with that one small key that we got ages ago. I think we can start thinking about what are we missing for Go mode at this point. A little speculation on which keys.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we still need to find where Ice Palace is.
Oh yeah, that's something that we need to be worrying about, even though... Well, Scottish, I think she exhausted the boots entrances. We saw Bonk Rock, King's Tomb, and both Bonk Rocks besides Link's House and the Dark Bomb Shop. So, at this point, it's gonna be myths. Oh, but we got Ether. Did we see what was my entrance?
Wasn't that the back of Old Man?
Oh, yes, you're right. There we go. Jeddo just... Okay, thank you, Jeddo, for answering my question.
Alright, Magic Bat behind the GT Climb.
Wonderful.
Okay, yay. Hooray. Yippee. Here comes another solution to our puzzle. What is on Pendant Mafula?
Okay, Jeddo not finding the GT Big may be a huge blessing, because so far there was nothing behind that. It was a Podsmol. That's all there was. The Gibdo is...
Ooh, Thieves Big.
Thieves,
we do need that.
There it is. There it is. We have a full access to the back of Thieves Town. Jeddoman making quick work of the moth. Moth does not cooperate.
Really would like to get a little more cooperation. There we go. And a small key to Dark Palace. There we go.
Alright, so that makes 5 Podsmols. We know the 6th one is on top of GT. Number 6. No, maybe that's number 5. Wait, maybe I'm miscounting.
Well, what really in the end the number is, we are still trying to figure out what the heck the seed wants us to do. The seed just wants us to twiddle our fingers and go brrr.
Yeah, pretty much. And here's the thing, so now Scottish has more stuff to do outside of that, so when she will be coming back to the back of Thieves of Skullwoods for that big key?
Got the desert small, or the desert big rather. There's the pod big.
Now we're definitely going back to pod.
I think Brave would like to hold out for one more desert small before she chooses to go to the back of the desert. This gives her another option, because I don't remember Scottish Brave using up all of her pod keys.
Oh, she did Harmless Hellway. but I don't think she did the vanilla big key chest, so she probably has a small key in reserve.
Correct.
That's pretty common practice.
So we need to find some Mario, we need to find Ice Rod, and we also still need to find where Ice Palace is. But
Yep,
we're assuming that now is mid-locked.
Yeah, which basically I'm not saying confirmed, but it's almost clear that we need to find the mids for that. Because I think we saw all the must-reach connector, all those entrances that has to be one way or another connector to something, because they cannot be left alone. Alright, moment of truth. We got Teeth down. Oh, Siberian also mentioning that Ice Palace can be behind big bombs, so behind Pod and Thieves Town.
Ice Rod here.
And mids? Oh, okay, so that's our first glove.
Yeah, the back of Skull Woods needs to get explored by Scottish Brave, and the longer that she puts it off is going to be bad times. She's going to give us this new check here with the Bombo Sablet.
Yeah. I mean, Scottish Brave has been a little bit unpredictable. We saw Hyrule Castle with all those small keys and she decided not to go immediately. So maybe
she's about to go into
right
potion
now,
shop here. Potion shop.
Yeah, right now I think that still is nothing.
Absolutely
okay, so that was not
nothing.
the answer.
Oh, nice lamp location.
Every progression was behind Thieves Down. Lovely.
Yeah, so Jeddoman going into Skull Woods is helping out against Scottish Brave, getting diverted with the boots.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Jeddo doesn't have to climb. If he can stay away from the climb as much as possible, that's gonna be a good news for him. Actually, now it's even less likely that he's gonna climb, because if he had found the big key to GT before doing Skullwoods, he may have wanted to just go up. And the big key to Misery Mire is also there, which just gave us the big chest. But now Jeddo has the Ice Rod, has the Mitts, has 3 small keys to Castle Tower.
Chat reminding us, yes, Eastern Big was boot locked. Because wasn't that in the back of Saha?
There was a shield in back of Saha. I think it was one of the 2 rocks behind Link's house potion shop.
Oh, right.
I don't remember which one, but I think it was one of those 2. So yes, it's boots locked. So we kind of need them. Alright, Thieves down for Jeddo, being 1, 2, 3 crystals. And where are we going? Immediately to Hammer Pegs. Still out of logic.
There's ice.
Ooh, okay, so this is absolutely mislocked.
And we have all 6 smalls and the big key to finish this dungeon.
We gotta see what we're gonna find here, that's the thing. Okay, so Jeddo's gonna finish ice completely. He will not be able to do the icebreaker. No Cane of Samaria. Yes. You may be correct. However, we don't know. Jeddo's still looking for quite a little bit of items. He needs big of Eastern, big of Pod, find a Samaria Cane, so maybe we'll keep looking for item save that he may have missed.
Yeah, the big thing is that Jeddo, there's the other sword for Jeddo, so we now know where all of our swords are.
And we take him.
So Jeddo needs to get the boots at Ether Tablet. Scottish Brave needs to go into Skull Woods.
It helps a little bit. So, we got that bombos a long time ago from Swamp. And Jeddo now has mitts. And the old man's save and quit is right there on the mountain. So, what if Jeddo, during one of his save and quits, decide to say, okay, I'm gonna go top of the mountain, and on the way I'm gonna check Ether Tablet.
The flu
True,
for
he made
Scottish
us-
Brave.
The flute, which is nice to have as a movement item, but we already found our way into mire, so... Yeah, sure. Entrances right now do not have much value for Jeddo because I think he found Paradox, he found all 3 5-item caves. I don't know if Jeddo tracks entrances separately, so I don't know how accurate is your tracker. I don't do that, which is we probably should do that. But yeah, definitely right now you want to find items, so you want to prioritize dungeon. But we don't have much left, to be honest, so the answer is that I don't know.
Yeah, the big
This
thing
is
we're
being
hoping for
crazy so far.
Jeddoman. Yeah, the big thing we're hoping for Jeddoman at this point is that they choose not to go into GT to climb. They still don't have the GT big, but
And
if they get it, you gotta hope that they don't climb.
yeah, that's the thing. We gotta hope that because entrances do not have much value for Jeddo, he's not gonna probably push connectors. So it's more likely that he's gonna go to Ether Tablet before he even finds the GT Big, which is a good thing for him.
So, trying to figure out what's on Scottish Brave's agenda here. We are heading over to the Mire area. This is Ferry Ascension that takes you to Mire right.
Okay, so this may be the Thieves Down Big for Scottish. Scottish is gonna be soon on the path.
Yep, this totally is a no lift rock, and then do we go into Skullwoods? Yeah, I think this
Okay,
will
yeah,
be a
fair
Skullwoods play for Scottish Brave after this.
I mean, we got nothing left, and what do? You just leave everything behind? No, you have...
Okay, we're going into desert.
Fair. Oh, but she jumped, leaving the portal up. So, Scottish doesn't want to do pendants, apparently.
I mean,
And
who
that's
wants
gonna
to?
be a little bit of a problem. Because she does have the flute, but she does not have the mitts. So,
And she had given us a dissatisfaction look when she got that desert small there. She had been putting that off for quite a while, hoping that the desert small was going to show up somewhere else.
and yet another crystal for Jeddoman. Going 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals.
Yeah, we're going to be on even footing on the number of crystals once Scottish Brave gets this one out of desert.
Yeah, so the
2
mids were
hours.
on the attic. The mids were in the attic in Thievestown. The ice rod was in the Hellway. And the lamp was in the Baden cell. So I don't remember what was the fourth key of the desert. Jeddo is confused. Okay, Jeddo, press A. Trust me, press A.
Right, so Scottish Brave did have 3 out of 4 keys going into the back of the desert. All right, so here comes the boots for jeddoman. So happy 2 hours, friends, here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. Make sure you follow both of these runners if you are inclined to do so. jeddoman and Scottish Brave. Make sure you click those buttons. Para small, great, wonderful. And there's another pod small. There we go.
Now we got all of them accounted for.
So also make sure you give a big thank you to Rob G for getting this on the air here at ZeldaSpeedRuns. And also I want to give a hello to our 2 trackers for this race. Daruk as well as Siberian.
Which are, I would say, the most important people here that keep track of everything that we as commentator miss all the time.
All right, back to the Mire area. Scottish Brave has forgotten about the old man back being over here.
And it's gonna be Skullwoods. So Scott is gonna get the Thievestown Big, which will ladder to the mids, the lamp, and what Jeddo did so far. Jeddo checking all the boots entrance immediately. So this is a good thing, because he's gonna get the Eastern Big, which will lead into complete Eastern. This may not... Yeah, right now the only thing that we need to find is the Somaria cane. And that's it. Which means... Well, probably... It's difficult to say because we have a few orphan checks. It is possibly in pod with a climbing logic. Could be swamp, the left side of the big chest. No, we are not allowed to hover. By the settings, hover and molar bouncing is banned.
Think I am back here.
You are back. I can hear you loud and clear.
Having a little bit of a hiccup. So, looks like Jeddoman here in the back of Eastern, about ready to get to this pod big. So, another Cane of Samaria hunt. Great.
Well, you gotta love that. Well, the good news is that TR front now is dead for us.
Right side of GT is dead to us too.
Right side of GT is dead to us too. We have Castle Tower, the 4th check upstairs. So for anybody who was hoping for a 90% of an Aga seed, here's your moment.
Yay.
What else we have? Swamp, a little bit of that.
Yeah, we don't have that other swamp small yet, right?
No, we didn't find the sixth one, so...
So we can't get to the left side of swamp just yet. We do have Hera basement.
We do, which was in Desert Right. And for Jeddoman's sake, we hope that is not that. Because there was, thanks to Desert Small, that apparently was on the climb. And Jeddoman does not want to climb. Okay, so ScottishBrave getting admits.
Okay, so here's another question. Has either of these runners done the breadsmith chain yet?
No. I mean, Jeddo opted not to do that after getting out of ice. ScottishBrave, we will see as soon as we get out of ice. But I suspect that with those myths, she will just start looking for ice and hope that the stuff she needs isn't just in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think she'll do the same thing we saw from Jeddoman, knowing very well what we know, that it's not there, but...
Yeah, but in Jeddoman's position, it would have been more logical to do Smith Chain, because he's looking for items, not for entrance anymore. While Scottish may say, alright, I'm looking for an entrance, and if I find ice, I got a dungeon that I can full clear, a crystal that I need, and eight checks altogether, so... Oh, we also have Iron Castle Big Key unaccounted for. Zelda Cell. The princess is lonely.
And also, we can go back into Myra to check that big chest.
True, that's another option. At least we know that we don't have to see Vitreous today. Saw that already.
Yeah, when we have key drop turned on, it is not a vanilla big key to this dungeon. There's the finish of Blind for Scottish Brave as we head to Helmassar over on Jeddoman's side. So the options are dwindling. Where is this Cain Samaria? Do you think we're going to find it in the next 5 minutes here? Do you think we're going to find it in the next 5 minutes, Jeddo, or Dimitri?
Even we may have good possibility that it's just right there. But honestly, I don't know. I don't think we're going to find it soon.
Unfortunately for Scottish Brave, we're about to find ice and...
But maybe after doing ice and not finding the cane, as we know, maybe she will just roll into the breastmeat because she needs items, not entrances anymore.
Yeah, I mean, she's in the perfect spot to do it after she's done with this, if she chooses to do so.
Yeah.
You're also right next door to Meyer if you want to check the big chest.
That's another option. So Jeddo surprisingly pulling ahead as he finished all dungeons except for Meyer NTR. Yes, we have circle of pots on the top of Castle Tower. We saw Jeddoman going all the way up to the Blue Guard, the key drop there.
Yeah, the 4th floor.
Yep, gotta enjoy a good key drop.
I'm sure these two are enjoying a good key drop here for the penultimate race. Don't forget, tomorrow, later on today, we got the final final Swiss round race. That's what, at 7 o'clock tonight Eastern time, coming up in about 2 hours. As I mentioned earlier, you got the big race off, the play-in race for the main bracket coming up here Sunday, 2 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central European time.
some of the very best racers in the community competing for only a handful of spots to get in the top player bracket.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Telethar, who was your clinched 7-0 #1 seed last night.
And the only one, because there could only be one.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Scottish Brave kind of losing control with this bomb jump. But yeah, Telethar going perfect 7-0. I had Telethar back in week 1 before I had Scottish Brave back in week 2. Jeddoman was my week 6 opponent.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember the discussion about Telethar being your first opponent. You were so much happy about it.
Oh, I was ecstatic, and I made sure that Tresco was very well aware of my thoughts on drawing that. But, I mean, if you're going to be the best in this tournament, you have to play the best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's all competition is for. Anyway, we have more of Ice Palace. Oh, Gentleman didn't find Saha yet, so now he's gonna be happy with a nice and shiny mirror shield.
Yay! And there's the other Desert Small.
There's Desert Fall. Was not on the climb, was in Saha's closet.
So Jeddo may be able to still escape the climb.
Which we hope for him. You don't wish anybody a climb. Where is Scottish Brave going?
She's trying to set up the bomb jump once again. I think she's a little out of it right now, and unfortunate movements here of this game.
I do understand what's... Oh, first try. Let's go. Take it carefully. Alright, perfect. We are in the clear. You are right, Rick, because you know what's something that runners sometimes forget? Not that bomb jump, but how to do the vanilla intended strategy for Ice Palace.
Go around, go around, go around, go around, go around, go around, go around.
Because if you don't do that bomb jump, you need to wrap around 2 times, and you don't want to do that. So it makes sense that Scottish Brave decided to just go back and reattempt the bomb jump. Easy, just a moment of, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, and now we are in the clear again.
All right, Meyer Big Chest coming up.
Vanilla in my rando.
I think Jeddo remembers the vanilla we had back last week. Maybe another piece of vanilla shows up in a 2+ hour seed. All right,
I'm watching you,
is
rando.
this it? It is not it. It's the other GT Small.
It's GT Logic Resolve, at least.
Yay.
Which Jeddo should not care in the slightest. This is probably gonna be Tower Hera. For Hera basement.
Yep, exactly.
We thought that Jeddo was super far behind, and now they are both in the same spot, with Jeddo actually ahead on checks. The tables can still flip depending on where Sumaricane ends up, but...
Yeah, it really depends on that coin flip right now.
Yeah, we're at that stage where one of the runners is gonna be either both of them are gonna pick right or left, and they're gonna be both feeling the same as bad. Or one is gonna pick right, one is gonna be left, and one of them is gonna be right, and one of them is gonna be wrong. And sometimes just happens. So we know where one
Here
TR
we go.
small is on pad.
Is this the answer? No.
Nope. Now we're gonna see what Scottish Brave is gonna do.
And the thing is, Candace Mario has to show up before we get all the crystal logic.
So logically, we cannot beat TR without the TR small, which is on pad.
That's correct. And there's no guarantee we're gonna. I mean, obviously, the way this logic plays out, we're never going to pull the pedestal for that key, but it's just the note that the Candace Mario has to show up before all of our crystal dungeons become beatable is something worth reminding.
Yeah, that's the thing. By process of elimination and a little bit of luck, you can kind of understand where it cannot be, at least.
Scottish Brave going back into the Dark World screams to me we're about to do the breadsmith chain.
Which makes sense. There's 2 items guaranteed. Where was the breadsmith house? Very
Guard
early.
caller right. Guard caller right.
All right. Oh,
Pyramid Fairy.
Which requires the flute. Huh,
Yes, indeed.
So maybe that flute may come in handy.
Candace Mario, the breadsmiths.
Or it can just be here.
Let's go mode for Scottish Brave. And all we need to do is go back into TR, which, by the way, is at K45.
With a very convenient laser bridge is going to bring us straight to Trinex.
And then we exit out of there, back in the Kakariko village. And Ganon is located at the Sanctuary.
That makes for a very nice routing. Yeah, it is a little bit unfortunate because Jeddo was still looking for stuff and he opted not to do this mid-chain, got the boots, got a good path to Eastern, Pod, all of those other dungeons that he needed to do, but after that, he just came out at the wrong spot. And Scottish Brave instead was looking for items, literally 1 item from Go mode, so she just opted to do the breadsmith right out of ice.
Yeah,
and
and
that was
that's
pretty much the difference.
And just think if either of these runners wound up doing the breadsmith chain before doing ice, that would have been much simpler. I mean, Scottish Brave probably does not feel hot right now because of all the time that she sunk in that ice palace with the bomb jump stuff. But little does she know, she is just a few minutes away from having a winning record in this Swiss round of this tournament, which is something. It's a tough feat to be a winning runner in this tournament with over 100 runners.
Yeah, but you know what's over? This race. Because Jeddo just picked up the Smith. It's definitely behind.
Yeah, so...
We don't hope anything bad for the runners.
Oh, no.
Right?
Not at all.
Of course.
Scottish Brave is going to be first again and coming up here, obviously. And Jeddo right now is in striking range, but Brave just needs to shut the door on this right now, have a clean Ganon. We got Gold Sword, we got Silvers. It's likely to be a clean fight, but... You know jeddoman doesn't feel good about that Candace Mario location either.
We absolutely know that it's not going to be bad. Now it's going to be straight into TR. I don't know if any of these runners is one of those runners that checks the race room constantly to see, oh, I wonder if my opponent finishes, or they just shut down the race room and they watch afterwards. but they probably are not expecting how close they are.
Like, overall, I think Jeddoman is maybe 3 minutes behind at worst.
Yeah, it's more about the traveling time rather than actually defeating the boss. I mean, Trinex takes a million years to explode, granted.
Trinex needs not to explode so much. Alright. Phase 4 for Scottish Brave. Mo missed the swing there. Just gonna go ahead and cast the tokens in and get just the 2 arrows here, and we'll relight the torches. Get him into the perfect position. Get your GGs in chat as Scottish Brave will win to advance to 4 and 3. Mario was on the breadsmith, Allison. And there it is. Scottish Brave has emerged victorious as she lets out a sigh of relief. And Jeddoman now to go face off against Ganon. I mean, at this point in time, you're close enough behind. If you're not watching the race room, or even if you are watching the race room, just go ahead and give yourself the finish at this point.
Yeah, we're in that kind of situation where you don't want to forfeit just because your opponent finished it, and you are right there. You just need to kill Ganon. You bring this home, and you're gonna be satisfied because did Jeddoman really pulled up ahead at some point? We thought that he would be so far behind, and yet here, look at him now.
Yeah, the boots weren't as huge of a deal, but that was because Jeddoman was making moves of their own to get important items in Pendant's Skull Woods.
Yeah, and the biggest blessing, I guess, is never finding the GTB. Never finding that was probably the biggest blessing that avoided him climbing for nothing. And we're approaching phase 4. First shot in the face.
Alright.
As this race finishes, almost at 2.5 hours, which we were expecting considering the chaos that key drop usually brings to this game.
It was less time finishing this chaos for Jeddoman than it was my race last week. Which, by the way, didn't include key drop, didn't include all dungeons. That should say something.
Imagine it was key drop and or all dungeons. That would have been something. Alright, let's see if we can pull the runners in for a brief interview, assuming they have the energy and willpower left after this race.
Try to get these 2 in here for that post-race interview. One more race left in the Swiss phase, coming your way in an hour and a half from now. 7 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central European time, 4 o'clock Pacific. Got our runners in the waiting room. We'll pull them on in. So we say greetings to our 2 friends, Jeddoman from last week and Scottish Brave from week 2. Hi.
Hi.
So this was quite an interesting battle for the 2 of you as far as that middle to late part of the seed. So Scottish, you had quite a few reactions to things in this seed, like for instance that Desert Palace Key 4.
Yeah. What a lovely little key that was. I'm trying to be nice, Rick. I'm trying to be nice.
Yuck.
Yuck. Like, it was the same in Swamp, though. That was the thing. So I went to Swamp with like 3 keys, and I was like, man, like how far back do I go? And then it was just like, here's a 4th small so you can finish the dungeon. Thank you so much. That's what I always wanted. And then it did the same in Desert as well. I was like, nah, like I know it's out of logic without the 4th key, so but it's fine. Like whatever, we'll just do the back and the 4th key will just turn up at some point, right? Sure, just show up in the dungeon. Like fine. I was already like really annoyed at the seed anyway, and just everything I got like compounded it, and I was just like, oh. Like,
we could tell that you had quite a few thoughts about this seed based on your facial gestures, and not just because you picked up a couple of shields on the way.
They were in chests, Rick. I could not avoid them. I can't be held responsible for that. I avoided the one that I could see.
Yeah, which, by the way, gentlemen, you did pick that shield up, knowing it was there.
Yeah, still on 5 hearts. Fire shield is at least something.
You know what? That's actually fair. So part of the seed felt like it was going to come down to, like, this seed flipped and flopped at various points, as Dimitri can agree with me. Part of it included the glove that was in the pod maze that Jeddo wound up swinging early. Scottish Brave pulling the boots off the ether tablet early, and then Jeddo pulling the Thieves' Big out of Pendant Skull before Scottish Brave did.
Wow, okay. I felt very late to those boots. But I felt okay at the glove. Okay, that was so weird.
Well, I was very late. The boots were like 2 hours 5 for me.
Wow. Like I was going up.
Very late to those boots.
I was going. I went up. I was like, I had 4 pod keys. I think I just got like a pod 4. So I was like, I'll go up. I got the book, but I'll just check ether tablet along the way, and I felt terrible because I'd already. Oh, GT, that was what it was. I can't remember if I got the book in GT. I don't remember where we got it.
Yep.
But like, I just cleared like all the left side and then climbed GT and then got the boots, and I was like, cool. Like, I never climbed GT, and it was in such an awful location. I was like, I feel like I have to.
Yeah, there
that
was
saved me. That saved me because I never found the GT big.
Yeah, there was the difference between you two. The fact that Jeddo never climbed, but where was that GT big again?
Was that the one on bumper?
Yes.
Okay, which connector was that out of? Was that out of Paradox Upper?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I never got back there.
It was
like
good.
one of the first. That was like one of the first ones I took because I was like, oh, Dark World, and like I got the moon pearl at like what, like 5 seconds. So
Yeah, I didn't, because I went to the castle first, so I got that hook shot at like 2 minutes.
nice.
Oh, how about all those Hyrule Castle smalls showing up in
Right?
Eastern?
The first 3 things I got in this seed were Hyrule Castle smalls. Why?
Like, and the thing is, when we found it as well, I was like, man, I'm gonna be greedy. I want the big key. I don't really want to go all the way to Zelda sell out the big key. So like, let me play just like a tad greedy. And eventually, when I did do it, you got the flippers, which were not key locked at all.
Oh, that was really
Cheers.
funny to watch, to be honest, because we saw you going to our castle, watching it, taking a deep good look, and then say, I didn't know about this, and leaving.
Yeah.
You was like, where's she going? You have like 4 keys, just go in.
I was being
No.
greedy. I was like,
Yeah.
That's fine.
I was being like super greedy. I was like, guys, it's such a long way. And I don't think I had the mirror at the time as well. It's like, it's such a long way to go to possibly have to go back later with the big key. Maybe. So I was just like, what I'll do is, because I had loads to check, so I was like, I'll just go around, I'll just do a loop and see if maybe the big key shows up. And then if it doesn't show up, then we'll go back in. And it never had it. I still don't have it. I don't know if you found it,
Neither
Ludo.
of
We
you
didn't find
found.
Nope.
Neither
Don't know
of
where
you
it is.
found it. That will be made a mystery to us all.
The only item entrance I'm still missing is Bonk Rocks.
I think that's the inner art castle.
I'm
That's
pretty
like
sure I
main
found
art
Bonk
castle.
Rocks. Yeah, I'm missing library. Library's the only one I'm missing.
I found library.
Pyramid
it was
bomb.
a heart piece.
Thought it was gonna be that.
I put off the Smith way too late. So
yeah, you
I
both
really
did.
wanted to find the last couple item entrances. I'm like, I don't want to do Smith chain. And then of
'Cause
course
we
it was
were-
just on Smith.
We were really hoping that one of you would grab the Smith and check that on your way to finding ice, but that never was to happen here. Scottish Brave, you probably really wished you had checked the Bread Smith first before going into ice, considering how much of an ice palace battle that was for you.
Swear to God, right? I forgot how to do the bomb jump. Swear to I just forgot. I just stood there and I looked and I was like, what do you do? Where do you put the bomb? Do you put the bomb down here and then move up? No, that wouldn't work. I genuinely forgot how to do it, and I was just looked and I was like, what do I do? Okay, well, do you know what? Let's just keep going and maybe it'll just show up. And I did the right side, and then as I was doing the right side, I was like, I remember how to do it now. It's top and then you go down. So I was like, can I go back and do it? I should go back and do it because I don't have Samaria to get the block down. So yeah, I genuinely completely forgot how to do the bomb jump for like a good 5 minutes.
And then you backtrack to reset it up.
Yeah. I was like, well, because I couldn't remember. I have no idea how to do Ice Palace properly anymore. Because you either do bomb jump or you do Icebreaker, right?
We were wondering about that. We said, oh, it's coming back. Why is it coming back when we have all the keys to Ice Palace? Oh, maybe because we don't have the cane. So maybe we're supposed to do that as Nintendo expected us to do. But do we remember how to do that?
God, no. Dimitri has been... Wait. 6 years.
30
6
years since I've done that correctly?
6 years since I've done that correctly. Yeah, so, like, and considering I just forgot how to do the bomb jump and I learned that, 6 years ago, Yeah, I don't remember how you do Ice Palace properly, and I was like, this is not the time to find out. Like, I know I'm bleeding time, but it's better than me going back in and redoing all of it than taking the chance of... Because I really thought King would just be an Ice Palace, honestly.
Yeah, but it was good. I mean, you nailed it first try on the second attempt, so it was good. Worked out then.
Yeah, when I remember how to do it, I was like, yes! I couldn't remember. Honestly, I couldn't believe I forgot it. I was just sitting there like, oh god, how do you do this? 2 minutes away from trying to Google it.
And naturally, you were the first one to grab that Canis Samaria for go mode because that was exactly the path here that we saw from jeddoman to grab that after exhausting other checks before that.
Yeah, it was a nice ending.
Yeah, we're not saying that jeddoman's path was wrong. It's just that it was a different approach to the thing. Because jeddoman went into ice before boots, and so he naturally rolled out, not wanting to do Space Chain, and then the path brought him to get boots into Eastern, into Pod. So he wrapped around nicely for all the other dungeons. So there was no reason for him to pick up the Smith right there. And out of Pod, you can do the Smith or you can do everything else. But for you are in Cane Go mode right after Ice Palace, and Smith is 2 free items, so it was the natural thing to do. That was the coin flip that sometimes happened in rando, but it was a very close race, as Rick mentioned before. A lot of swings. Jeddoman getting the glove out of Pod super early and checking a bunch of lift rock entrances, which led to nothing. Then you getting the boots, checking a lot of boots entrances, which led to nothing. The climb led to nothing, and the powder was in a very funny location there in Chain Chomp.
Oh yeah, I was feeling good. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's good that I finished the climb. Nothing.
And then you fall down and get what, like a single rupee out of all that?
It was $1, or to quote Trace Fire, $1.
Oh yeah, the same 99% scam that you got from the bottle vendor earlier.
I know, right? Just scams all around today.
So, GG to you both. The question now for both of you is, will you participate in the best of the rest bracket?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's more Crosskeys. Who doesn't want to play more Crosskeys?
I mean, Gentleman who in the last 2 seeds have gone like 5 hours worth of walking might beg to differ,
Yep, my
but
thumb hurts.
exactly.
Gerald, you can change midway your preferences to so maybe just get those pseudo boots and now you tick on for all the time.
I have my pseudo boots is always. It's not random.
Oh, is
I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
I had mine
Yours is
before.
random, so
I'm
it's
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry.
listen, that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be better because I have mine all random. I got the pseudo boots in the last 3 matches, and the last 3 matches were over 2 hours 15 to hour 20 because the game is scamming as always. So the game's luring you to false sense of security by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna give you boots. There's not gonna be too bad." And 2 more hours later, he's like, "Nope, please end me now."
Oh, that's the thing. Like I felt like super late, but I think it was like 1:36 or something. I got them, so it was still. And then the lamp. Oh, the lamp! Like,
Yeah, that great lamp location here that
What's a
finally
lamp?
put things into logic.
yeah, I tested my
That was
love for
in
lamp.
Maiden Cell in the bottom of Thieves Town.
Mm-hmm. That was. I got that. I was like, oh, it made sense. It made sense because we had like Goldwood keys so early and. Why? Like, I could have used that when I died in Hyrule Castle like 5 times. That would have been nice.
Oh yeah, because you were dealing with the dark rats, that dark world rats that were doing 2 hearts damage.
They
Just
were,
go
but I
out
was
the
just
right-
like,
Go out the right entrance.
oh,
She finally had to do that.
Yeah, I did eventually, yeah. But that's like, I thought like the rats like never touch you, right? So it's fine. I know they hurt more. And then when I get down to the snakes, I'll fire and. But yeah, no, the rats were just like, oh, you're in the dark. Let me just touch you all over, and it's like, that's creepy. Please don't.
All you were missing at that point in time out of that chest was the Hera big, which didn't lead to anything.
Oh, that's it. I honestly got the hair of small and I was like, should I go and show respect or should I actually do stuff that makes sense? I could have done with like a 2-minute break just to like calm, but then honestly, looking at our times now, I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Well, I did, so.
So there you go.
That's the thing. Oh, you have the love of the Queen of Hera.
I mean, you had to make up some time after your GT climb that came up nothing.
That's true.
I know.
You did do that. I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, it was I think I got a Turtle Rock small up there, and that was literally it.
Yeah, you got something. Obviously, another TR small on the pedestal, which was never going to get pulled this seed.
Yeah, no, it's like, like I was like, we'll come out. Like I'm going to climb because it's in an awful position, but let me just check what's on ped, and I just saw that. I was like, cool, that's just never getting pulled because that means I have to finish my iron. That's disgusting.
And little do you know, Candace Mario was going to be your go mode at that point.
Oh god, I know what a go mode to have, honestly, but yeah, the end was quick because I was just like, oh, I need this, this, and this, and then Thieves Town was like, cool, well, here's like 3 of your 4 items that you need. Cool, cheers, thanks.
If only ice provided. I think what we can do is start to wrap things up. So our hardworking Rob G in the background can go ahead and get some rest. So any final thoughts, Jeddoman or Scottish Brave?
Thank you for doing the restream, and thank you to you both for doing comms. I'm not sure who's on tracking, but thank you very much for tracking too. And
that'd be Siberian and Rock.
Thank you very much, both. And no, just a big GG's again to Jeddo. Like I was super happy to be finishing this out, like playing a friend. So
last 3 weeks
awesome.
for me was playing friends. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is the reason why I wanted to be on this match. The fact that I had both of you in the Swiss phase was like, yes, I want to get this race on the air. So I'm glad we were able to.
That was awesome. Thank you.
And we're not done with you yet, Scottish Brave, because you are going to be one of the restreamers for the big showdown coming up on
I
Sunday.
am. I'm gonna have to dust off my restreaming equipment. It has been over a
Been
year.
a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
while. It's been a hot minute, so yeah, it's gonna be tight, but yeah, because the race goes at 7, and that's when my son's bedtime starts. So get that race off, and then away for putting down to bed. So it'll be very stressful. But yeah, no, honestly, like if anyone can help out, I think we're covered on comms, but if you can help out, watch. It's incredible. It's such a good time. It's just so amazing. So I think I've got everybody covered so far. I think all the races have been picked up by various restreamers. So yeah, it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Scottish Brave time, 8 o'clock Central European time. Should be a lot of fun coming up on Sunday. Gentlemen, we'll see you in the best of the rest.
Yep, you sure will.
Anything else you want to add, Dimitri?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's
just
hand
thank
it
you
over
to the runners for the awesome show that they put off.
And Scottish Brave for that nice race. And special thanks to Daruk and Siberian for tracking. So, was an awesome game. So, we see another one in about 2 hours. 1.5 hours. So, yeah, that's it for now. And we will see you again in... Okay, it's in around 1 hour. So, have fun and see you later.